people more videos.
Welcome back, everyone, to some more We the People. It's January 1609. Let's get back into it. We're going to do a quick buzz-through review of some of our priorities. Some of the issues I'm having is that I'm not utilizing all of my resources well. We're at 235. We got $23,900, and we're not using it right now. The galleon is sitting in harbor in Portugal, in Lisbon, and doing nothing. The Hindra needs to be useful. To do so, let's take some of this $23,000 and supply San Salvador with some vital resources. Basically, anything that we don't have access to right now, we should be making. So let's look at, let's give a quick review of what our villages are able to produce, starting over here in Fort Christina. We've got coca leaf coming out of Fort Christina. Well, that needs to be shipped home to provide us with the that luxury. Fort Truffle, pardon me, is making sugar, and they are actually distilling the rum. So we'll have there's fruit brandy and there's rum. Are you making fruit brandy or are you making rum? You're making rum. That is this one right here. Yes. So you're making rum. You could make fruit brandy here in the distillery, but it would have to come in from elsewhere. Okay, so we've got rum. We've got coca leaf. Plymouth, what are you able to produce for us? At the moment, nothing. No, at the moment, wine. Right. We got wine there. Okay, so that's the 3 resources we are making. We also have sheep producing some wool down here. We got cheese, and we got wool cloth. Great. Espirito Santo is going to be producing coffee, but they don't yet. And so we'll probably bring in a shipment of coffee, maybe a reasonably small shipment of coffee. Jamestown, I don't think outputs any quality resources at this point. No, no finished goods coming out from Jamestown yet. Well, there's silver, but that's not a sellable, or that's not a domestic goods. That's a send back to Europe. It's a currency. And then over in Rio de Janeiro, we have the gold and silver now operating over here, as well as some hunting going on. That's just maintaining where everybody's just on the carnivore miner's diet. I mean, it's probably good for them. They probably mine really well if they eat all that hearty protein. And then we've got the new village down in Iggy here that is going to be producing tobacco products when we get it. So right now we've got the tobacco. We don't quite have the coffee or the fruit here yet. So coffee and fruit are still on the go. Tobacco is still on the go. We'll wait on those, or bring small doses of them, I suppose. So let's go with holding shift and drag a bit of coffee over here. We'll turn this to 100. That's probably enough for them. And then tobacco. Cigars right here. We'll do as well 100. Just want to keep use our budget wisely. And then the other one is fruit brandy. Fruit brandy we're going to provide, but don't have it yet, so let's go there. Eventually fruit brandy. Fruit brandy is probably the furthest away from having it available right now. We got cheese we got a source of cheese. Cocoa. Let's use this. Well, I don't think we have a high demand for cocoa or for peanuts, roasted peanuts. So let's leave those at the 100 mark. All this is showing up right here. For some reason, whoa, we don't pay taxes on the purchase? Really? Are you kidding me? I always thought we paid taxes on purchases. I thought there was a tax on buying stuff from here as well. Well, that's lovely to know. That makes it even more profitable. So if we bring the wool cloth that we've got, for instance, here, and we sell it to them for 10, we get 9, basically. We're 11% tax. So we get basically $9 a piece off of this. If we buy it for 11, we could sell it back home for more than 11. So we'd actually make profit straight up by just buying and selling. So that's awesome. Other things that we might want to have a stock of. Let's go ahead with some luxury goods. Let's go ahead and bring a load of luxury goods. So this is only 100 of each. We could hold 200. Normal is 100, but let's send this back to El Salvador. That'll get us 6 more resources there. And on top of the not overspending for long terms. Oh, wait, we also have the wool and the luxury coats and... Yeah, luxury coats and coats we already have here. We have a demand for both. We don't have demand for coats for some reason. I'm not sure why. Not sure why coats isn't the list. Nobody wears them. Maybe it's not cold enough. We don't even... Yeah, we do have a demand for domestic demand for luxury goods. But the idea is we also don't want to jam pack... Like, we've got 600 stocks on the way. It's going to be way too much for the city stockpile when we get there. It's actually going to be full by the time we get stuff loaded up here. So we gotta be sensible about this. You're taking our free colonist dragoon down here, really? It was this guy. This guy was the right. He was the scout that just returned home. So we spent a bit of money, not a lot actually. Surprisingly less than I thought. I expected to use up most of that 20,000 in supplies there. So we'll get to do 2 trips, loading up. Devastation for a good cause. Yes, they're deforesting things. There goes the taxes. Taxes just went from 11 to 15%. Ping, my friend. You're driving me nuts. More importantly, oh, coffee planter. Ooh. You are a coffee planter. Well, look at that. There's a coffee planter trainer there, and we already have one. This schooner has been doing the English trade run. I don't think we have anything needs to go up there. Eventually we'll load up a bunch of stuff and then it should be auto exported, but I could be wrong on that. I think it's exporting. No, it's not actually. Okay, auto export all goods, and then I'll go back in here and I will see, there you go. It put auto export on everything. So why did that leave that at 100? That tile shouldn't have been 100. I should have had it there. Yeah, see, it just put 100 on the coal as well. I don't know why. Export silver. Yeah, it's exporting everything. Is there anything we want to keep here? We don't want to auto-export the wine, or the grapes. We do want to export everything else that's sitting around in here. Not the tools. Can take animals out of here, sure. There's sheep sitting here, apparently. Yep. There is. Food, we're going to export when over 200. That's good. I don't need to keep all that, I suppose, but let's... Maybe we bring that down to 100. Oh, hi. Wrong icon. 100. I just mouse over these, huh? Yeah, and the wood is on the wrong point too. I don't know if these are both the same. Like if I put info there and there, I'm not certain how this is supposed to work. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. But anyways, auto exporting lumber over 100. Good. Okay. I like it. That's working. Corn chamber and the rest. We're not even going to get into what's going on there. Yes. Our buccaneer trying to snipe some neighbors. That is just a mulatto, so not a specialist. But, oh, there was 2 people there. Good. The frigate, the Pharaoh. And a French carrack. Oh, you were just exploring around, weren't you? Okay, let's pop into the village and buy some goodies. Since you're here, my friend. Some fur and some food, sure. Might as well use that food and fur supply to to bolster the growth in the area. We can really buy out a lot of goods. I think we will take the goats, to be honest, but maybe the goats work here. Do goats grow here? Ooh. We could be breeding goats in these hills, couldn't we? Because goat works on hills wetland. I believe it's actually, that's its best. Goat. Where are you, goats? Get in my belly. There you are, goat. Wetlands, marsh, scrubland, and taiga hills. Okay. Pardon me. So this tile up here and this one here could both be breeding goats for us. Interesting. Okay. I mean, we might as well get the goats going. And there isn't... I mean, if we get the goats going here, we breed them and butcher them here and then export the materials. Even if we're not using this for the manufacture of the finished goods, exporting the goat skin will mean that the food is available here. And this place is going to be heavily fishing supplied. Okay. That's an option. So we're not going to export the goats out of here. Yeah, you're pretty much full, aren't you? We're not actually making any iron here, are we? No, we shouldn't be. We are a surplus on timber here. A substantial surplus on timber. So we'll take that down to the south. All right. Now we could automate that as for its exports and just deliver it directly, but I think we're fine with that guy for now. The silver road is here. Is the silver mine in? It is. Okay. And Olinda, what are you producing from? You're literally just doing the silver and that. So where's your best timber source? We have a spot here that would produce hardwood eventually. But one of these two above the silver is probably your best bet. So let's get this guy going with a road like that. Espírito Santo has its 400 units of gold moved through. I love it. Let's get all the way back to the capital for the galleon delivery. Ah, yes, our stolen privateer, who's still scouting the world. See how far the ocean goes before you bump into the edge of the map. I think he's almost there. Maybe not. It's hard to tell on these bottoms, because if you look at the map, it's got this sort of... it's a global map, so it's indicating a rounded map. So if I go more to the middle, the top of the screen is a wider portion of the map. You go down to the bottom, and it kind of narrows down to a triangle. I don't know if you can see that there, but way down here is really, really triangular. And that doesn't matter how much of the world you've explored, as far as I can tell. It's just always presenting it as a triangle, as a rounded surface. All right, this place does not have a lot of capacity in it, so we're going to have to watch for that. We can put the... well, we can unload a fair number of things here, but we're going to have to export them pretty aggressively, actually. The Royal Frigate. I wonder if we could have him actually patrolling, like, out here. You can watch for baddies to come out there. This frigate can go up. Let's go up this way. It's privateers that we're looking to snipe with those guys. Am I able to take our fine lieutenants on board? Indeed, we are. It only has 2 capacity. I don't think our militiaman can go on. No, or our missionary man can. No. You can go to the capital then. Excellent. So you guys are just going to have to wait around again. The scout is still finding little tidbits of things. Ah, expert maple trapper. Look at that. I mean, that's a bazillion miles away, but... Didn't we have maple up here? Yeah, but it's up in the Dutch territories. It's well into the well-defended Dutch territories. I feel like we're probably taking too long to respond to the Dutch problem. Yeah, look at this. The Russians are expanding out all the way out to here. We should be expanding more aggressively, that's for sure. We'll have to tend to that. So I was thinking colonists in the capital, right? We talked about this. We've got the... that's for pioneers. What do the colonists need? They need horses and lumber and food, correct? Yeah, 60 lumber, 60 food, and 40 horses. And I think that's it. They don't need tools. They do need tools. 40 tools. So we need the horses. Where are our horses again? Are we breeding them out here? Yes, we are. Not very many of them. Did this not get a pasture on it? It did. Why are we short on... Oh, because we have very, very little horses here. I'm not exporting horses, am I? I hope I'm not. Yeah, went over 300. Which is fine. I was sure. Oh, you know what? We just sent a settler out. That's why. Okay, so we need to bring a load of horses back in for sure. Oh my goodness! Holy noisy sound effects. That was overbearing. that was a lot of blast of noise. Braves and wolves and a defensive pack with sitting bull. I would be happy with that sitting bull. Braves and braves and braves. So brave, killing my innocent people. Yes. Ow! Dude got hurt. That didn't work as intended. Corvette. Corvette can only move military units. And, base cargo. Go ahead in here and buy whatever he's got. He's got some silver. He's got some rubber, coffee. We'll do food. I know we've got, we got to make the profits, but this gold is worth like a bazillion dollars compared to what that little delivery of supplies can be. This coffee lady is going to come in here. That's awesome. So you can actually produce the coffee. Now we need the roaster to be able to, the roasting house to be able to roast it. So let's find, or what is it? Roasting house? Yeah, I think it's called the roasting house. Or is it the dryers? Dryer's house for... Oh, that's the dyer's house. That sounds very similar, but it's very different. Roasting house, there we go. Roasting house to make coffee. Let's get that going even before anything else. Do that, and you can begin working on making coffee. 10 coffee berries without any upgrades. I like it. We will grab what? The grape out of here? We can take home? Sure. And we'll grab a whole whack load of food. Excellent. And this guy can go to the capital. We got to offload stuff to Europe again with that ship, so... Is there loads of stuff we can take? I will take the excess grape because we're getting a lot of it. And let's take the silver. We'll pop back up here. We'll take one load of silver and stuff back to... Oh, no, we won't. Hold on. I specifically said I did not want to do the silver run, huh? All right. That's awkward. We'll do it again. We'll fix it up later because he's already moved. No, we'll do that. We'll do that before he runs. All right, you got the sloop here that is repaired with some guns on board. If we could fill up those guns, please, and keep doing as was recently suggested, because I'm ahead of the production here. I'm producing stuff that's later. It was a few episodes back from when I'm recording this. We got a request, a suggestion to make sure that we consider selling these fine quality Portuguese colonial goods, i.e. guns, to the locals to help offset the growth of our competitors. And I wholeheartedly agree with this idea. Let's go over to Meier and see if we can make a good profit off that. If they won't sell it for good enough money, then we won't allow them to sell it. Not in a rush to do that part. Okay, this is going to be a cultural push back on the Dutch here, but they've got the substantial advantage. We are going to settle here, though. Victoria. Hello, Victoria. Hi. I didn't see you there before. You weren't a colonist, right? No, you're just a free something or other. Free colonist, not a settler. Victoria needs to start with its village hall, probably. These fine people are strangely and randomly just wandering around. I don't have a clue why they're hanging out in Dutch territory. They should be in our territory. What are you guys doing there, man? Jeepers. Get your priorities straight. This guy can go to Rio. Those were captured. Rio has a brave. Okay. Can you assign to the worker? Yes, you can. That guy can go home. We got the, not to the brave, assigning the brave to the veteran guard. Our veteran guard program has been going quite nicely. Oh, that's true. I forgot that guards could actually do the slave hunter job as well. Do we want the lawkeeper higher? Yeah, let's go 3 of lawkeeper, and then we'll do the Minutemen. He's not the primary defense later on. He's the primary police force. So that's where that will continue to be focused. And again, this guy is finding that the world seems to be, the ocean seems to be endless. Just going and going and going. The ratio's visually off, but man, it is endless supply of ocean to explore. I've set you know, a couple sloops and schooners and the like and caravels off to explore, and had 3 or 4 of them going on a game before on this map size, and they probably spent 50 or 60 years. Oh look, there's one of those whole the ship's stuck on the coast again. It is a known issue. That seems to be the edge of the map because they tend to get stuck there. It's weird. I don't know why, but they do. Buy out what we can here. Nothing else to get. Oh yes, right. You were repairing and you were staying hidden from the privateers that were sailing around there. Now they've since found other places to be, like at the bottom of the sea, bottom of the deep blue sea. Papa, statue. There we go. We'll buy some more furs from that. Simon Bolivar has declared war on Yermak. So the Spanish have declared war on the Russians. Interesting. More fur and food. Let's bring you back down to the... We can't go in there? Yeah, let's bring you back down to the colony. Alright, these guys are going to offload here. I could, hold on. The Corvette, you're also going to offload. And then we have this Carrack. So let's unload all that jazz. Do we have... we've got some people who do not have leaders on them. Okay, let's put one on the town guard. And then we'll put one as well on the colonial militia. I know it, or ranger actually. I know we could have them on the line infantry, but I'm waiting for a general for that guy. All right, gold is available now. Good. Okay, so we need to move. Do we need to move anything? We got over here, we're importing sugar. And that's about it. We got to bring clay back from here to the capital. So let's grab any... Oh, no. Hold on. You weren't supposed to load up. I was supposed to load stuff. Oh, there you go. Ship. This is the load onto the ship. This is the load stock onto my ship. That was a little confusing there for a moment. We don't have sugar here to move. That's fine. Is there anything else we actually need to move over there? I think the answer is probably no. Does Fort Truffle actually need to import anything? A little bit of food wouldn't hurt. Okay, let's give Fort Truffle into town. Give them just 100 food on the wagon. We don't even need that much. Let's give them 50 food on the wagon. They've probably got enough there already, to be honest, but I want to offload a bit of stuff. So you go to Fort Truffle. Lovely. We have the Carrack, who's going to go back to Europe. You're going to not take the silver and gold. You're going to take the other products that we don't need, that we're not taking to the homeland. Coffee can be sold right for now. We have a surplus of sheep that can be sold. Some fur. Yes, we'll keep the premium fur, I think. Actually, and some grapes. That gives you 4 stock? Yes. 4 loads of things. Now, Port Royal is notably better, so is Africa for the sheep. How about grapes? Port Royal as well. Fur is better in Africa, and the coffee is slightly better in Europe. I think the go-to here is actually going to be Africa. Not Port Royal. I don't think we can sail this guy to Port Royal, to be honest. So let's sail you to Africa. Off you go with your 800 stocks of goods. We have some training finished. The guy that didn't get the boss. This is a colonial militia veteran. Nice. With your Minuteman training. All right. we've got a frigate that we could move stuff with. We're still overstocked, aren't we? By a bit, not a lot, but a bit. How about we take, that's a corvette and that's a, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna temporarily hold some goods on these ships. We're going to make it quite temporary. Is there a ship? Oh, there is here. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and buy up another smuggling vessel. And is there anything that's good pricing that we can bring from Port Royal? How about some cloth? I'm gonna bring just 100. We'll smuggle in some cloth from Port Royal. We could smuggle in some chocolate. Looking for stuff that's better prices than in Europe. This guy can go back to the capital.
Vamos.
You're here for transporting peoples if we need them. Do we need them? Another sugar planter isn't a terrible idea. We could bring another buccaneer, to be honest. And honestly, if we get a buccaneer that grabs some dudes, let's take him up to Jamestown. And then this smuggler. We have wine. We could bring in some olive oil, for instance. Anything that is... Oh, no, that's not... That's 10 of them, not what I meant to do. Let's try that again. 90. There we go. Now we got 100 of them on there. And some rapeseed oil. You also go in there. There we go. Okay. Take that to the capital. So we got another 4 types of resources coming in. These guys are holding some materials just to keep the stocks in reasonable size. We do need to upgrade the storage here. So if I could possibly pop in the expansion right after the university. Do that, and then the blacksmith upgrade, and I don't remember what the other thing was I had on there. I just clicked it off and didn't think. Oops. Well, we can put in a fort and a dry dock eventually if we get to that stage. So you guys are just going to wait for a few moments until the galleon arrives. Let's offload again. Try this again, mister. I gave you the wrong instructions. Take that and this and swing by Jamestown to pick up extras and then head to Europe. You'll do one trip back to Europe with some surplus because we're stockpiling too much in the capital and it's going to cause us problems. Let's have a quick breeze over what points we have. We have a bazillion points in exploration. We have a solid amount of military and trade points. We're missing the political points to get things. So exploration points, let's look at those first. The bottom bar is the exploration. It's way high. The next person on the list is available is Alexander von Humboldt. 3 political refugees and plus 50% books learning in all settlements. Well, everything else has to pause until we get Alexander Humboldt. I'm glad I looked there. I know I was going to look through them all, but I'm stopping right now and changing your play. Political points, 100%. Do you have a decent amount of hammer production? You got just about none. Let's switch them anyways. Do everybody on political points for a few turns until... Well, you don't even have one. You guys do. I know you've got other priorities, but if I can get the that guy, everybody's future learning goes up. Jamestown as well. Plymouth as well. Thank you, Reverend. And Rio, you're not making any. Oh, your health is going down in Rio. Hold on. Not good. Oh yeah, Village Well is happening, so let's do that. It'll zero it. It won't fix it, however. So, we have a medical office on the list. Let's put the medical office on and buy it out. We might have to have our one of our miners get the health back to positive, just to start tipping it up in the right direction. Okay, so political points right now, 6671. Let's end the turn and see where it is at the next 6671. We gotta bump that. That is a long turn. Oh, lots happened. Treasure was attacked and destroyed by a jaguar. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, this is criminals, and I don't really care to hire criminals. Thank you. Olinda has finally got its silver miner. Excellent. All right, you're going to add your... Oh, you've already got it. Grapes and silver being exported. I love it. Oh, not at all. I don't love it so much. We need a farmer here. We need an expert farmer in Olinda. Can I spare a farmer? What I can do is have one of our dudes that you're working to become for 54 turns to become a farmer. You've been going 51 to become a settler. 18 for a lumberjack. We will export one of the, or send out one of these guys. We'll send out this this guy right here. And come over to Olinda. And I think if we put you back on... Oh no, you are not able to produce the same. Hold on. As a colonist, if this guy... This is our free colonist. This guy could make 3 food, or he can make 2 from hunting. If we tell him to go 3, he's got a surplus of 2, which means this guy will be able to go to work later. I just don't know if the I thought the farmer, or the prepared settler, was able to produce more food on those tiles. I could be wrong. You guys have to wait another turn. The galleon's not back yet. A privateer here. Is that the edge of the map? No? We just saw him sailing towards the edge of the map. I see. You guys can head down to the capital. Lovely. No, I didn't mean all of you to go. Not you, dude. That's fine. Okay. The brigantine is still running around getting more goods, or trying to. Let's go ahead and drop them back off in Iggy, and then maybe he can take a load of stuff home. I think this is the last mainland, an expert farmers. The last mainland village, perhaps, that isn't explored. Let's fix up that screen. These are all European colonies on the right. Looks like we got everybody's information here. Seasoned scouts in the farthest point from where you settle. That's always ironic. There's definitely stuff down here. Like we've got a big giant black space here that's got to have some island. No way that's empty. Well, I mean there is. It could be empty, but I really doubt it. And then another space in here that might even have island. Maybe not in here, but definitely up here. Look at, we got 3 big inlets here that could use some love. So let's head over this way and see if we can find a boat to send there. We got a frigate arrived. Okay. I don't know that this thing can handle the stock we've just dumped into it. 510 already. We could take some fur, and let's actually sail. Let's just take 200 of this fur. No. Take 400 of it. And we could tell them to go to Europe with that. Returned from the north, the Black Smoke has got himself... Black Snake, rather, has got himself some food. This is the guy that took the buccaneer to the north. Let's unload that. I don't think we have enough guns nearby to do another gun run. I'm kind of concerned that this isn't... I mean, this is profitable. Very profitable to doing that. You know what? This guy can go do the scout exchange. That's a dozen turns to get there. Okay, that's too many. Let's go over this way with him for now. And he'll move his way up around the coast and get access to that fine fellow. Let's unload there. You're going to bring home the clay. It was surplused here. There is sugar and rum, but there's not a lot of rum. There's only 3 rum available. We'll wait for that. You do have a ton of extra lumber as well. Okay. Oddly enough, we got a lumberjack and a carpenter, right? That they trained locally in person here. I'd like to get our distiller here. That would be a really good choice. So we should hire up a distiller. Do we have one on the docks perchance? No. We could buy one, however. Distiller, master distiller, please. Appreciate that. We'll bring him back probably with this schooner, actually. We'll take grapes and fur aplenty, and then you can go to Europe. It's a Caravella Redonda of the Dutch. Go Dutchies. No, that's terrible. Don't go Dutchies. You're mean, terrible people. By mean, I mean you took the places that I rightfully claimed from somebody else without any right or justice. You stole what I've rightfully stolen. What I've illegally stolen, to be honest. You guys can now go to El Salvador without the Buccaneer. Another population. Linda has theirs, though. So this guy, this is interesting. What I'm wondering, I thought these guys were supposed to get a food bonus. So you have... if I tell you to food, you get a total here of what? Right now we have 3 in, 2 out. I put the free colonist on this 3 food pile, and we've got 3, 10%, 4 out, plus 2. Okay? What I'm wondering is, I thought these prepared settlers gave a bonus to food. Is there just not enough of a percentage increase? It doesn't seem to show any bonus food. Oh, production modifier of 20%, 25% to food. It's just not enough to bump us over to another point, so he doesn't produce the extra point, and therefore the multiplier doesn't happen. Okay. Fair enough. But he was working to become a carpenter, so let's leave him there. It'll be faster to leave him carpentering. And we're actually going to run out of food pretty quickly here. Or out of lumber and food pretty quickly here. So let's haul some lumber back when that other vessel gets here. There you go. Unload there. Let's go ahead and grab a stack of lumber and whatever food you have and bring you up here. That'll keep Olinda going basically indefinitely. Or for quite a long time on that. We'll unload the grape and the silver. And they can go back to the capital. Good. All right, I think the galleon has arrived in harbor. No, the frigate and... oh, there's the galleon. Yes, excellent. Okay, so the galleon's going to unload all his goodies. Then we're going to look at the freak out that just happened to our dockmaster. And he's going to be having a panic fest. We have a ample surplus of wine. Is there anywhere else that's able to actually, like, demand things like wine? Yeah. We could get 2 wine up to Jamestown. That's interesting. How about this corp? Azov has died in combat. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry to hear that, Azov. Let's take this wine and load 200 wine up to here. Boop. You run that up to Jamestown, that'll be lovely. Jamestown gets to have fine wines, fine locally brewed wines. You'll take that and the fur. And I guess we could take tools off to Europe, but it's not really a wise choice, I don't think. Now, provisions are actually decent. We need them for pioneers and scouts and our town guards, but we don't need... we don't even have our town guards training right now. There's one of them to train. Let's go ahead and take a stack of provisions. That'll be something nice. We could take some wine to sell it, but as we just found, we can sell it locally elsewhere, so... we're producing 5 rice and consuming. Actually, we're producing 6 rice with the modifiers. Aren't we? Maybe not. Yeah, you're consuming 6. It's not showing that this guy's making... no, he is totaling... he's rounded up to 6 rice. That's good. So when he's done, we'll need an upgrade to this building or an upgrade to... or a second dude. Probably the building upgrade. What else would we want to export to Europe in the galleon? There is a treasure here. Let's take that. The treasure and 600 and some items. We're close to it. And head to Europe. I need the privateer here. Oh, he's at the edge of the map. Hey, look at that. Happy day. All right, let's go to Port Royal with you. Wonderful. Got another resident in Iggy. That's awesome. You have no guards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got lots of guards here. What the heck just came out of your mouth, dude? There's like a bazillion guards. I was thinking I should see them here for some reason. Okay. Construction's going okay. We could get a health benefit. You can switch to doing something else. Put the well. The extra food bonus. We're gonna need the health. We do need schooling done here. All of those things. I think for now, let's dump out a bit extra food. Just keep stocking some food here until we've got some more production happening. Chapel would be honestly pretty much useless, but the culture here. But we'll do that. What we need is a tobacconist house. Let's put that in. Are you already on the list? There should be a tobacconist here. Actually, it's a tobacco and yerba or something like that. I always forget where these look, what each of these look like. Tavern, dock, weaver, dryer, fur, tanner, brewer, distiller, vintager, tobacco and yerba house. There we go. We'll buy that out, and then this guy can start making tobacco out of the something 64 tobacco we've got stocked. And our tobacconist here can actually do something good. You know what? We're going to swap these two. We're going to have this guy fishing, because then he'll learn the trade of fishing. Whereas this guy doesn't need to be learning farming, and we don't really need a farmer. We need a fisherman more. You're going to learn to be a carpenter. That's pretty solid. Okay, stock-wise, there's only 114 here in Harbor. That's fine by me. And yeah, we need to get the galleon down to Iggy to transport some of those treasures. Okay. The question is, do we have the dude yet? 60. What do we have? 60 something. We got 20. We got over 1,000 already. Did that not put us close enough, or did somebody else get him? Oh, Simon Bolivar got him. Seriously, dude? I'm sure I had enough. I should have had enough that turn. I had way more than enough that turn. His demand was, oh no, his demand was 10,000. So I did not. I was thinking it was here, which still wouldn't have been enough. Bolivar's just cranking out the points now. Balboa. Ore and defensiveness. Defensiveness in all settlements is actually quite good late game. Quite good. Francis Drake with his privateers. Also quite useful. Oh, William Dampier. Dampier's got the gems on gem tiles. And there's like 3 or 4 gems around. Strength from smuggling ships. Gives you a smuggling ship and a buccaneer. Cost of recruiting from Port Royal is dropped. He is a fine, upstanding gentleman. 2 whaling ships. This would actually be quite productive as well. Man, there's so much here. Oh, gold for gold mines. Oh, baby. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, And then Blackbeard with his 2 buccaneers, 2 private frigates, and piracy on all of his corsairs. Buccaneer strength, privateer. He's just a pirate king right there. That's awesome. Well, I was really hoping to go this way, but I guess if you're off the list, let's look who else might be vitally important political points-wise. On the list next is Benjamin Kissam. Kissam is 2 honorable judges, more gavels produced, according to the tax rate, which is 15% right now. Courthouse, townhouse, city hall, they'll produce more, or they'll produce some, not city hall. The courts produce more gavels, plus you get an increase by the tax rate percentage, plus you get 2 judges. Not bad. You're going to give us crosses for Baltimore. No, thank you. This slightly awkwardly cropped picture here. Thomas Chippendale. Entertainers? No, that's different Chippendales. Expert lumberjacks and master cabinet makers. Well, well, well. Interesting. Free furniture. I like this idea. John J. for more culture in all the settlements, end wars with Europeans, strengthens relations with Europe, and yeah, I've been John Jade before in the middle of a war, and John J. appears and ends your war for you when you don't want it to end. Yeah, I don't see anything in the political spectrum that are vital. Let's pull down this way. We got Paul Revere last. Next in the military tree is needs 10,800 again for the political points. Ethan John to give Rangers and Ranger movement. Not very good. All weapons productions. Lafayette gives all weapons productions based on the tax rate. That's pretty solid. Culture and happiness increase from taverns and saloons. All right, not catching my eye yet. Let's scoot down this way. We got an expert farmer and more food. Yeah, Cyrus McCormick. I don't mind the expert farmer. That's okay. It's a a cash bonus of a few thousand, basically. We could have bought one for a few thousand, but all this plus 1 food on plots with 3 food. That's awesome. It seems like it should be only on land, but it doesn't specify that, so maybe it's not. Better coffee output. That's always useful. Yeah, I think McCormick so far of the ones I've seen is probably our best. Oh my goodness, nobody's doing religious things. Apparently nobody's doing religious things. I've got 2,600 points, and I can almost buy the next person. Oh, we're going to switch to religion. Yeah, we are, because this is another settler's training bonus and a free chapel in every settlement. Yep, we are. All right, so switch you guys all instead of that. Go to religious points. Anybody that's doing political points definitely needs to do religious points instead. Oh, you're not really useful for that. Hold on. You've got 1, dude. Nobody's actually building, so that's not really worth fussing with right now. Truffle, yeah, go ahead with religious points as well. San Vicente, religious. Fort Christina, religious points. Our hemp makers out of hemp. Did we export the hemp again? No. We can import the hemp. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Espirito Santo doesn't have anybody doing the work. Iggy is finishing their tobacco place. Belinda, I'm going to get you to stay on your village hall, I suppose. Because they really far behind. We could buy that out, or we could just let them do it. Okay, now I needed to bring the hemp over to Fort Christina, who's having some health or other issues. Ah, well. Let's export hemp. We have it here, right? Yes. Let's auto-export hemp. We can import it as well. No limit on importing it. And no limit on exporting it, just auto-export it. Good. So it'll come in here and it'll transship through there to Fort Christina if I have Fort Christina set to import hemp. Import hemp, please. Let's go feeder. Which will tell it to try to fill up to X amount. So let's go to the feeder of 300. 400? No, 300 is fine. There you go. They'll import up to 300. Okay. Now, the religious points we have is 2665. Let's see how far we can get with that. With just the just a push for a big revival. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. New Portugal, the Portuguese Grande Trade Empire is having a revival. The Arawak don't like. Oh, they're down to cautious. They were friendly with me. That was unfortunate. Oh, hello. Savage Mapuche refuses the blessing of the Almighty. They surely have a pact with the devil. Well, you surely have a problem. He wants me to attack Mapuche. I will say yes for his divinely inspired troops. This is it right here? No, that is a privateer that's shown up. That's not what it was telling me about. Now, where's Mapuche? Tell me you don't have lands really close to mine. I just pulled the trigger on that because His Eminence demanded it. That puts us into a war, but with whom? I don't recall seeing them anywhere near me. Where are you, bad guys? Now, very bad guy. There you go. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not exactly a high priority combat target. We have to watch because we might end up like, we might end up having some of them show up like at Rio at some point, but that's just silly. His Eminence really doesn't understand what's going on in the New World, does he? We have, from that, we got a Royal Artillerist, who is a Royal Artillery. What does this have a bonus to? Good bombarding. Strength, settlement, settlement strength. Yeah, I mean, it's just basically really bad at fighting enemies in trees. Decent inside culture borders. All right. And then we got a Royal Line Infantry from that? No, we didn't. We got a Mounted Conquistador and a Conquistador. Okay. Not too shabby. Let's move you guys over towards... Let's move you up towards Jamestown, actually. Where you'll probably spend your time just sitting on your duff until such times as I think it's actually worth going to war for. Or when I'm surprised by war. Get some more lumberjacking here. We're producing 33 lumber here. That's great. So we should definitely be exporting lumber to the capital. That'll help a lot. Keeping things rolling here. I could actually start having... I could have... San Vicente producing charcoal here. Do we do that here or do we do that in the capital? I think maybe we do that here. Medical office and town hall. Let's go with the medical office and then the charcoal powder maker and then the town hall. Okay. Get a powder maker from back home. Don't have any options on the dock right now. Might as well just buy up the... Oh, we need a charcoal burner and a powder maker. Charcoal burner. And then a master powder maker. Oh, I don't have the money for it. Really? So that has to... It'll all happen at once. Where are we at for storage? We're again over capacity here. Jeepers. We're producing a lot of luxury coats here. Really? Does the north need any coats? I did need to bring the hemp over. Let's do that. And then a stack of coats. Let's go to Fort Christina with this. And then when we get there, we can check if it needs to take some coats. If it's helpful to have some coats. Hey, our farmer has finished. Or he's just arrived. He just arrived, right. He went up north to train. Now we've got a surplus of food. Excellent. A pretty solid surplus of food, actually. Place is producing nothing. They're just all sitting on their duffs doing the same thing every day. But, you know, they're being productive every day, so that's better than some of us can say. Not myself, of course. Let's drop off the food here. And that's pretty much it. We don't want to actually drop off anything else here. We could actually leave the clay because they will need it for some building. And then we can go buy some other stuff. Food and coffee berry. Lovely. Up back into town. Once again, unload the food. Up back over here and buy the rest of it. There we are. All right, and you're gonna head to Europe, so why don't we swing up through the next villages here and head east? Frigate full of gold, huh? Why is that frigate there? I do not want that frigate being there. How did I get... What? Why did the frigate go? No, I did not want you to sail there. I want you to be holding that stuff for the smuggler ships to take to Port Royal. I have no idea why he was there. I must have misclicked somewhere. Alright, let's see if we get our religious points level. Another expert fisherman's finished up here. Good. There are no special points, right? These are all 3. They are indeed. Alright. Get fishing then. Surplusing food finally in the north. We do have a lot of extra lumber. We could actually shuffle this guy around. Oh, we got you just sitting there, dude. How about instead you make some hammers there? Good. Our health is still positive. Very solid positive health here. Because the town, I believe, starts with a healthy bonus. Yeah, city location's a +6. It's on a river on good quality soil. That's excellent. You can keep getting yourself deeper into trouble over there. Got a road built up here. Go ahead and connect the other resources. I did shut this off, and I don't like that. The Corvette. Where did his privateer go? Okay. Go. Actually, don't do an auto go. How about we sail you personally? There we go. You were where? You're coming down to take care of that thing, probably? Okay, more settlers available. We have already halfway to the next point. So we have enough people here. As long as we keep people around, we should be fine. You guys are working in the carpentry. So this tobacconist can go do tobacco. Making some cigars. Lovely. And you're going to get working as a carpenter to start producing some more hammers. Lovely. So we're now actually started the production finally of our cigars. We can have this guy, well, he's being used for the food right now. But we can have him do tobacco. That would bring us into a negative on the food for now. Well, this guy still needs his training, but it doesn't take long before this place will be able to handle it. So we could pump out a bit of extra tobacco, but he's got, I don't know, 36 turns before he's going to run out of tobacco anyway. So let's let him do that. Put in a good road there, if we will. That's a dumb idea. It's an unnecessary road at all. Let's stop that. Instead, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be building a mine here instead. You built the mine? You did. How about you come down here and put a mine on that peak there. Do we have our trade ships? There we go. The smugglers have arrived with their fine quality goods from the beautiful people in Port Royal. There's another 400 gold. Another 400 gold. This frigate is not going to go with them, per se, but he is going to sort of sail with them. He's going to sail down towards here. Right to there. Successfully handed an orca. Well, that was not what I intended to do, but it'll clear up the space. And next turn you guys can sail off, but not right now. I don't want you sailing with that much stuff right now. Buccaneer. Is there a better spot for you? I bet you there is. Let's sail up this way. We have arrived with these. Okay, so this stuff do they sell coats? They don't, because they don't have a market here at all. Let's buy that out. We are going to leave the coats here, because I'm sure they'll need them at some point. We'll leave that here, because they'll need that as well. We can take the ropes. We can honestly export all of these weapons to the capital. It's probably worth doing. You know what? Hold on. Not the rope. Not the rope right now. Give me the coca leaf. That's actually sellable, or demanded at home. You can go to El Salvador. Wonderful. Okay. Well, oh my goodness, we're at an hour. Well, let's put in the cut here. We'll come back for the next episode tomorrow. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. We'll see you in game.